In this problem, we're given a table of values, and the top row is labeled x, which means these numbers represent my input, and in the second row they labeled it f of x, indicating that these numbers are my outputs. Let me label it out. The first question is easy. They're telling you directly to find the x value, find the input, so that the output f of x will be 2. You do have to be careful because there's a 2 here in the chart and there's a 2 here in the chart. You want to make sure you go to the right one. So be careful. They're saying that f of x, the output, is equal to 2. So therefore they want us to look at the second row and find when the output is 2. So this is the information I need to look at for this problem. The question find x means you need to look up here and say, oh, this is x equals 0. It's the input that would give me the output 2. So simply x equals 0 is the answer to this question. The second one's a little trickier. They're saying find f of negative 2. So is negative 2 the input or the output? So one way to think about this is to write down the general function notation f of x. And notice that if you line it up, where there was an x in the parentheses, there's now a negative 2. They're saying that x is negative 2. So let me write that down. X is equal to negative 2. Our job is to find the output. So if you go to the chart, you find the negative 2 in the chart that represents an input. And there are two negative 2's in the chart, but I want the one up here that's an input of negative 2. So if you look at this information, it says if x is negative 2, the corresponding output will be negative 1. So f of x, the output, is equal to negative 1 when x is negative 2. A shortened version of this, though, is since that x is negative 2, you could put a negative 2 here in for x, and it would say f of negative 2 equals negative 1. That's the short way of saying that if the input's negative 2, the output's negative 1. You could almost have just wrote it right here in the question and circled the answer.